Hey guys, welcome back. This is Christian045 here. The 12th episode, I believe. If not, it's the 13th. Depends on how I cut the last video. Regardless of that, here we are now. In 2023, we looked at the metrics last time for education. We're doing better, but now it's time to run for mayor and hope to do the best we can. So, let's go ahead and take a application for the job of mayor. We'll continue with Sean Allison. It doesn't really matter. I just like familiar faces. Alright. He's telling us basically what the important thing to do is. What are our priorities? This is something I've been forgetting about, and I really should have seen this sooner, and I didn't look at it. This is your platform. How does the campaign look? What are your issues of focusing on? I'm trying to focus on some things in the city that have really bothered me, one of which is, of course, the poverty rate. I want to reduce poverty. I also want to increase the economy, and I want to increase minimum wage. And I think the last thing that we should focus on in this will perhaps be a tax-related goal. And no, I don't want to do that. I'll focus on something a little different. Let's do crime. We'll try to reduce crime. Okay. And we have almost a full name recognition in our district because we have run for school board, so people know us, but not everyone because the city did grow, as you can see here. It's been growing kind of steadily. I don't think anything really changes that. One of the laws I just saw that was passed that really disappoints me is the minimum wage in the state is now $7.81 an hour instead of $8 an hour, which means that we're decreasing progress in the state. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at who we're facing off against. That's not the right tab. Who we're facing off against here. We're facing up against an incumbent Democrat who has a platform that's pretty okay, but she doesn't like labor unions. Okay, that's not good. She also, I think, does not support fighting against income inequality. Okay, she'll be an easy Democrat to win against, I think. And Ross Decker is a Republican in a very Democrat city. I don't think he's going to have a chance of winning this election, but we still need to win the primary. That's the very, very important thing of this video. Let's win the primary. I don't want to lose another primary. We have $200,000 in campaign funds. That will go up, of course, over time. We still have a $600,000 savings because of our career. We were able to save money. I don't know why it's $80,000 instead of the amount it should be, but regardless of that, what I'm going to go ahead and do is go to my finance tab here. I should have shown this to you as well. This shows you donations from everybody. We're going to donate some of our own personal money into the campaign. I think about $250,000 is a good amount. Okay, that's been added to our campaign funds, and you can see that next turn it'll pop up as individual donations, I think. Okay. We still have our school board job to take care of, but running for the election is more important to us, so that's what we're going to focus on here. I want to make sure our policies are good. 50% taxes, so that implies something in here is not making people happy. They like that. I think I've already done all this before. I just wanted to make sure there's nothing that I'm missing before I continue. Do people like flat taxes? Evidently they do. Okay. Alright, so we'll leave that alone. I think our crime and guns is going to be okay as well. We're in the 50%. I think we'll be alright. What I can always do right away is conduct a small poll to see whose policies they support more between her and I, and they support slightly more of mine than they do of hers. That's a good thing, but at the same time, it's not the greatest thing. I think we can do better. So part of that is going to be a very good marketing campaign on our top priority, which I think will be probably the economy or poverty for us. But I want to make sure that people like us. So because those are two that I really think we should focus on, let's go into here and check public opinion on economic policy. And we'll look only at Democrats. 92% support raising the minimum wage. 81% support government spending to improve the economy. I believe we have that. And most Democrats support raising taxes to improve the economy. So, yes, government aid does more good. And where else does it say it in here? I think it's under social policy. I do support reducing the income gap. I haven't gone through a lot of these, so if you see any policies that are like, why do you support that, then that's what that is. Alright, that I think helped us a little bit. So what we're going to do now is, I think we'll automate again some of our issues. I'll decrease, no, that one's probably okay to keep it like 15%. I'd rather have more rallies and fundraising, but that's just me. There's no interviews yet. Those will pop up. We don't want to give any speeches, so let's just go ahead and continue. That really skyrocketed our support. We were running for the election of school board? No. Okay. And I might fast forward through some stuff in here as well. It's basically a simple campaign, but I'll show you my main strategy as we go. Alright, the primary is 5 weeks away. I'm seeing certain things in here that are not looking great, but if you look at our total voter enthusiasm, it's pretty good. What I want to do to fill in this last little bit of name recognition and to help us out is go to a marketing campaign on my favorite policy in this entire game, Social Security, because not a single person really doesn't like Social Security, and minimum wage is probably the better one. It doesn't matter which one you use. I like Social Security to start. It's a guaranteed way to at least raise some support if you talk about Social Security. So we'll spend $100,000 on this. That raises universal support for us. And I might do one more ad as well on minimum wage, and we'll raise another $100,000 for that. That helped us out. Okay, let's continue along just a tad bit. We've got a few weeks here. Alright, it takes place at the end of the turn. I want to run one more poll, a decent sized poll here for voting intention. Okay, it's going to be close. It's within 3% between her and I. So I want to make sure that we're guaranteed to win. So what I'm going to do is run another ad on, I think Social Security is a good one. It's just a good way to get some support of some kind. Okay, that helped us enough. I think we'll go ahead and just see what happens in the primary, and hopefully we win the primary. Otherwise, I'm not going to be very happy. Alright. Okay, it's looking okay. No, not okay. Okay, we did it. Very slightly. 1,400 votes we ended up winning by. That's good that we won against her. Okay, let's continue. As long as we don't anger our base, we're good. We have a good chance of winning. Sounds good to me. Yeah, that's probably about right. All right, let's. We have to continue through the primary stage. So now we go all the way to the actual stage. I don't think we're gonna see anybody from above, but we will see some bills come in, and they're all basically just trying to repeal things. So we're gonna oppose that. They want to repeal this, I bet. Yeah, so we're going to oppose it. It's basically just us opposing legislation, so nothing too important there. Elections in 10 weeks. I think we're doing pretty well. We've been raising rallies. We've got a lot of turnout support as much as we can. Our tax policy is decreasing because of what specifically? Everything. Just everything across the board. Alright. I'll run a marketing campaign as well, I think, to boost people's support of certain area of our policy. I think I'll run a poverty ad, a general poverty ad for $100,000 that helped us with Democrats, not Republicans. So I'll run a Social Security ad for about the same, and that will help us with everybody. Okay. We need to focus mainly on the blue and the gray because the Republicans aren't going to vote for us in big numbers anyway, but it helps to reduce their turnout if we do. I don't want to watch the presidential debate. I gotta create an amendment to the school budget. Someone else created it. Do I want to create an amendment? No. I trust it. She wants to raise spending, I think. So I'll do support it. Okay. I didn't actually pass it this year, which is fine. I didn't want to do it this year anyway. So campaign-wise, 3 weeks left. Do I want to participate in the debate? I do. I want to focus on the bipartisanship. And I do want to participate in the questionnaire. Okay, I've got $100,000. I feel confident in our results. I don't think there's any need to do anything differently. So we're just going to go ahead without further ado and run for and see what happens in the election of the city. It should be very heavily in our favor because it's a very blue city, but I just want to see how much we win this by. Okay, we run it by 12,000 votes. Just about, almost 12,000 votes. 58% to 41. I want to see what the last mayor election was to see if we did better or worse than the last mayor in terms of winning. We did it. Okay. Archive for mayor. General. Oh, we did a lot better than she did because she only won by 5,000 votes and he only won 11%. We did better than most mayors have, actually. That's really good to see. Okay. He says to thank us on our success in the election. We will attend the Thanksgiving Day parade. And alright, it's week 52. And I'll click next turn. I think I don't want to, but I will anyway. And you'll see why in a second. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to end the video here. Actually, what I might do, I'm not going to end it here. My bad. I'm just going to fast forward through this process. All I'm doing here, you can see it if you want to slow it down and watch it a little bit. I'm just going to be picking people to hold positions. I'm trust some of these, especially if the experience is high enough. All I'm doing is picking candidates for different offices. It doesn't matter who. I just need individuals that have experience. So I don't care if she's libertarian. It's between these two. I think I'll take her because she's younger. 97%. Okay, that's the end of that process. All I did was pick the people who had the most experience and policies that were similar to ours. I didn't pick any, like, overwhelmingly conservative individuals. I just picked those that would be the best for our interests, but also accomplish the most successfully. So our approval rating went down. Why did it go down? Is it just because we ran for mayor? I think that's probably what it was. Let's take a look at the educational metric. Oh, okay. Yeah, something happened with the budget there they did not like. But now we're in mayor position, so now we don't have to worry about it, but we do need to worry about essentially improving elsewhere. Okay. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry if you think I'm doing really terrible, especially with things like approval rating. I promise that we'll get better as mayor. There's a lot more policy we can pass that will improve that. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. We'll be working as mayor, watching the 2024 election results come in. And yeah, without further ado, thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you next time.